Hey guys, Banana Luck here. Welcome back to another Watch Your Rounds video. We're back with another video on an Abyss run where we'll be using Rygar in the mix. So previously our run was using Torador, no Moraiden as well. We're using Salazar instead, but yeah, gonna just make a bit of update here. We also got an upgrade on Numera, who's A1 now, but Nestia and Vaughn are still A0. So yeah, let's get into the run without further ado. And we'll talk about the mechanics later on. First unit we're going to place down is going to be Wukong. You basically want to place all your DPS down first so that they get the invigoration buffs. This is the only way to guarantee that the buffs go to who you want them to go to. And then once we have the 3 DPS down, we're going to go ahead to place down Kigiri first. Rygar. And I'm going to do Moraiden last because he gives that magic damage amplification, so it's physical, upon his deployment. And yeah, once you have that, we're going to try to use a few outs here, specifically on Wukong and Kigiri. There we go. And once that's down, we cast the Moraidens out. And all this as well. And then right before the Room's Wrath bar comes out, we should actually already use the Rygar ultimate. So a bit late there, but hopefully it's still going to be in time for the second phase, which is the magic phase, because you kind of need the ult to tank through the meteors later on. There we go. And then once the phase switch starts, we're going to use Numera's out immediately. And you know that when this message pops out, I think the dragon is going to be promoted. So he hasn't switched colors yet, but he actually switches in immediately to that phase once that message pops out. So you can use the ultimates right away. And now we're going to bring Moraiden away here. And then once this ultimate comes out here, we're going to do the Fussy heals. And then we're also going to pop Aylin's ultimate here along with Numera. There we go. And yeah, now we just wait for the meteor phase. So the meteor phase is pretty crucial here. We need to parry the meteors with Kigiri. So before the first meteor lands, you cast Kigiri, and then you cast Rygar immediately after, and then we do Numera here, ensuring that we actually get 4 ultimates off in total with this magic phase. That's just going to maximize your Numera's damage there. There we go. You can possibly get 1 more ultimate here with Numera if she procs her thing soon. And now, yeah, once the message pops up, we're going to summon Moraiden back. And what you want to do is wait for the vulnerability message to come up here from Moraiden. And then we're going to cast all this out here. And yeah, that just ensures that we get more damage out, timing it with Moraiden's ultimate there. And then once that Drix Bellow comes out, pop the Fussy ultimate as usual. And then when the Storm Surge channeling message comes out, we're going to pop Aylin's ultimate here, ensuring that our units survive. And then we're going to get 1 more Wukong ultimate here. And let's see whether that Rygar out comes out in time. There we go. And yeah. Let's go wait for a bit here. Once this bar goes about this much, we're going to pop Kigiri's ultimate. It's going to line up nicely to proc that parry. And then we're gonna do Wukong's ultimate here. There we go. Just gonna pop that shield off. And yeah, we have the second physical face down. And same deal here. Once we get to the dragon is promoted message, we're gonna try to proc Numera's ultimate here. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead to proc Moradin's out, bring him to the side here. And yeah, right after the Drake's Valor, we pop the Percy out and also go ahead to pop Alien immediately. So this is where there's some RNG involved sometimes. Numera survives sometimes she doesn't. In this case, we managed to get it through, which is great. And now we just have to survive another Drake's Valor. And then do the same trick we did with Kigiri earlier, where we dodged the meteor. So before the first hit comes down, proc that. After the first hit, proc Rygar's out. And yeah, there we go. So I would proc Numera's out if my Nestia was A3, but she isn't. So I'm not able to solo the shield without Numera's out backup in time. So we're gonna have to hold off, unfortunately, here. There we go. And once that shield is almost down, we can go ahead to proc the Numera out. Very nice. Okay, once we get that message, bring these guys in, despawn Vaughn, despawn Nestia, because we are definitely not going to break the other phase. So we're just going to get as much heals as we can possible to this remaining units here. And once that vulnerability is up, we're going to proc all these ultimates here. And I don't know why Kigiri didn't parry that, but that's fine. Okay, now we are on to the very last bit here. Yeah, that tends to happen sometimes. That's fine. It's the last phase anyways. And yeah, that's my 40k run. 45k run. A much bigger improvement, to be honest, compared to the last one. But yeah. There we go. Everything dies. So with A5 Kigiri in the mix, I think this is definitely possible to get to 60k. This is the damage charts. Obviously, before we reach this screen, the previous screen was actually showing shield damage. That's why you saw Wukong having a much higher damage count. You can see Nestia is my third highest damage dealer. That's why we have her on here. And Vaughn, Kigiri, very pathetic damage at A0, but it's the only other unit we can use because he can actually dodge the meteors. Then Moradin, as Rygar here, and then yeah, the rest of the units are here. Could probably get Deltran to survive if I actually maxed out her exclusive, but because I don't have Kigiri at A5, I don't want to bother with that at all. I just want to wait to see what the mana is going to be like. Especially with Nurcha and Erlangshen coming out this weekend. So yeah, the main reason why Rygar was actually able to survive is this Calloused Hands passive. Every 60 seconds, resist 1 instance of damage. When triggered, increases damage by 25% for 15 seconds, but most importantly, when casting the ultimate, immediately resets the cooldown. So that's why I made sure that we always had Rygar's ultimate off cooldown during the Magic Meteor phases, because that is the phase that actually hurts. And yeah, that's basically how you survive on that bit. We'll take a look at gear in a bit here, but yeah. Nestia in a quad here with Soba Arcana. If you have Cataclysm A0 Ring, then obviously it's going to work much better there. Then Tear of Twilight. Then Numera. I have her in a Cataclysm set. It is a Aesoteris ring as well. If I got her in Rage Regen, I'll probably have more reliable ultimate uptimes. But I needed her to have HP just for her to survive a bit better there. So that's why I'm using this weapon instead of using one that gives Rage Regen, because I am using a quad chest plate. And yeah, obviously a A0 ring here. And then we move on to Vaughn. Soba Arcana, Wicked Vengeance, and a hard ton of Rage Regen there. And then Black Collar's Claw, obviously. Then firstly, have him in a bit more HP than usual, and then attack. And then I have Tia's Bump on him just to make sure that we get all the heals that we need. Yao Chan, Wings of Grace. HP could be a bit higher, to be honest. I could probably swap out this build to give her more HP actually and lower the attack speed. I actually might have gotten her on the wrong set here. And then her exclusive, obviously, if I have this maxed out, it's going to provide a lot more attack as well as HP for survivability. And then Rygar, this build is very important. I have him in Immortus Warrior on the left, but this has crit rate, attack speed, HP bonus. If this was attack bonus, it would be perfect, but it isn't. And then we also have attack, crit damage, and attack bonus, as well as HP on the side. And then every single piece on the right here has HP bonus as a sub. This is how we managed to actually get a total of 78k HP on him to be able to survive 3 meteor hits and then to tank one of the hits with the Callous Hands passive. And then obviously he's going to need the Key of Forsaken Artifact to actually survive. And then Kigiri, obviously in a Watcher Cataclysm set here with Wicked Vengeance. This is not a quad because I know that he's not going to do much damage anyways. And then Moraiden, Soba Arcana, exclusive artifact that does the vulnerability on physical and magic damage. And Wukong, the best quad set I have available, as well as the maxed out exclusive. And then last but not least, we have Aelin and Tia's Bump for her to heal better. So yeah, that's basically it for the video. Pretty straightforward, I think, once you figure out the mechanics. I hope that was helpful. If you do have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. This is gonna make your Abyss runs a lot more stable if, let's say, you already have A5 Kigiri, because if you have those gear sets that I showed with Rygar, where you're actually going to be able to keep the same level of HP, attack, as well as 100% crit rate and all these other stats, I think you'll be able to do pretty well on this build. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks for tuning in. Leave a like or subscribe to the channel if you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.